Yeah, left off, I believe, right in front of Shinji. We're gonna hang out with him for the afternoon.
My bad. Thanks. I got a favor to ask ya. Give this to Kirijo. Preferably while you're at school. I haven't suddenly decided to go back to school or anything. That's a form to extend my leave of absence.
Fair.
Don't make much sense to be in an extracurricular squad if I get expelled. But I'll drop it if I can stay absent from school.
Alright.
Going myself would be more of a pain than it's worth.
Yeah, that's fair.
Plus, it seems like Kirijo depends on you. It should be pretty easy to hand it off if you do it at school. I'll pay you back for this, so help me out, alright?
Alright, that's fair.
So you'll do it? No questions asked? I owe ya.
You seem to have your reasons, so I'm not gonna tell you not to do it.
I don't see you two together very often. What are you guys doing back here in the middle of the day? That envelope. I'm guessing that's not the form for returning to school. Hey, if Shinji keeps this up, you'll be his classmates next year. You and Junpei should practice addressing him casually. In fact, go ahead and boss him around a bit.
I'd rather get expelled.
Fair.
We're gonna finish the battle this year. I've got no reason to stay enrolled after that.
Shinji! You know exactly how concerned Mitsuru is about you. You know what this form means to her, don't you? Don't tell me you forgot your promise.
Sorry. Didn't want to drag you into my problems, but still counting on you for that.
I've never seen Shinji ask someone else for help with his own problems before. He'd never say it out loud, but I think he really trusts you.
I think he probably trusts you more than he lets on.
I don't know. Yeah, we've known each other a long time. But sometimes, being too close to somebody can have its drawbacks.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna nag Shinji about going back to school anymore. Just do what you think is best. I'll leave it to you.
Alright. And for this evening,
Oh, welcome back.
let's see. I've already finished the documentary, so maybe tea time with. I think that seems reasonable right now.
Right. Thank you. It feels nice being able to pour tea for someone else like this. Oh, my apologies. I'm supposed to be the host, and yet here I am thinking about myself. How about you then? Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
That's good
Nice
to hear.
cup of tea.
Chamomile is known for its relaxing properties, so maybe that's taking its effect on you. I was actually a bit worried that I might be putting you off. Apparently, the popular opinion is that I'm difficult to approach. We're running low on snacks. I'll have to ask my staff to... Actually? Oh, never mind. Here, let me pour you another cup. I think that's enough for now. We should start cleaning up.
I think it's generally the case that people who are driven or passionate are generally found to be intimidating by others.
I'd like to invite you for this again, if time allows. But for now, let's head back to our rooms.
Good morning. This is Elizabeth.
More people.
I am calling to inform you that more
And
humans have
Tartarus.
wandered into Tartarus. 2 this time, I believe. Please swiftly and safely conduct a search and rescue. Goodbye now.
Okay. Well, ideally, it won't interrupt any of the other things I wanted to. Although I'm inclined to believe the alternative will prove correct. Ah, okay. So he's in front of the door. Let's see what's up. What's going on, Koromar?
Well, hello there. It's the inseparable duo. Yes, you're still a good boy today, too. Oh, my gift is going to get cold. Look, I brought you some takoyaki today.
Oh,
It's Octopia's specialty. Taco-free takoyaki for dogs. There's one for people too, so enjoy them together, okay?
thanks. I genuinely wasn't expecting anything. In spite of the enthusiasm, he seems to be a little slower on the eating than I am. I mean, that just makes the most sense to me.
It doesn't look like anyone's reported him missing yet.
Like in an urban area, or even suburban, really, like you would struggle to find someone just by going out into the street.
So, you guys are helping stray dogs now too?
This is just a
Aren't
me
you
thing.
spreading yourselves a bit too thin? Settle down now, Koromaru. You haven't changed at all, have you, boy? He's always felt the need to be this town's watchdog. Maybe he got it from the priest. And now that he's with you, he's more righteous than ever, isn't he? Anyway, hang on a minute. No answer. Hello, this is Officer Kurosawa from the Tatsumi East Police Station. Well, it was written on the collar. Yes, no one answered, so I called you instead. Yes, that's right. A brown, medium-sized dog. I see. All right, I'll see you then. We've managed to identify the owner. However, they're in the hospital after falling to apathy syndrome.
I mean, probably not, but
Yeah, the owner's family will take the dog in.
yeah, makes sense.
Cases like this one have been on the rise.
Yeah.
Pets are being abandoned because their owners are falling prey to apathy syndrome. And to survive, the pets have no choice but to take to the streets. Maybe you need to hear this. just know that you guys are doing fine. I don't know the whole picture, but that much I'm certain about. I'm gonna get back to work now. Watch yourselves on your way home, all right?
Alright, and then for the evening we'll see who's available, and if it's only ones that have completed, looks like alright, so if we don't have the opportunity to unlock a new skill, then I think what we're gonna do is go to Tartarus. Actually, no.
Perhaps.
Let's have a look and see what the time limit is on rescuing these people. The 10-3, so we have about 9 days. Oh, sorry. We have about 11 days. That probably it is closer to 9.
What'd you bring?
So,
You finished? Be seeing you.
here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put off search and rescue for a bit. 'Cause like I said, I am gonna want to do that off stream. I don't think there's much chance that there will be the special today. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be. Let me see if that's still open. We got some new materials. So the antique shop might be worth a drop.
Yes.
See.
Creating equipment. We have some new items prepared. Come take a look.
Medium chance of random ailments. High chance of charm. Although I don't. It's really just not much compared to the existing.
Everything I craft is sure to be useful against the shadows. Give them a go, will you?
Dark Boost is not bad, honestly. Right. So. Raku Koja is not bad.
Wielding a persona is powerful, but it's not without risk. Please don't overexert yourself and get injured.
I think this is actually really good for
Right
Akihiko.
here, it's all yours.
And I accidentally grabbed two of them. Okay. Well,
I'm sure this will prove to be useful.
exciting equipment.
Oh, you know what they say.
What would you
haste
like?
makes waste. Or some such. Temporary. Okay. That's.
It's been much more pleasant around here recently, and on Port Island in particular. Well, I guess that just shows how much time has passed. So, what will it be?
Okay.
Which one?
Burger
So, what will it be?
This is
Go on, look around. You should learn how to identify fakes. You won't find any in my store, but other antique shops may carry them. There are all kinds of people in this world, like liars and cheats. Did that catch your eye?
I'll take
We
it,
have a deal.
honestly. It's very good.
I'm sure this will prove to be useful.
The incenses could also be very useful. That's true. Let's
You'll
grab a
like this,
second
we have a
one
deal.
so that I can use the one I have more freely. And
Everything good? Hope
yeah.
to see you soon.
Obviously, getting to the same weapon here was a blunder, but we'll just live with it.
Good to see you. What'd you bring?
Well, I have a second Kaiser Knuckle.
How many? You're handing that over? Alright, I'll take that one. You finished?
Yep. Okay. So there isn't a good way that I can raise academics. So we're gonna cook with Shinji. It is currently the best option.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Looks like you got the hang of things. The food wasn't bad today.
Ultimate temple.
All right, let's clean up.
Alright, let's see what tomorrow brings. I have a few messages. I think we needed more points to get to the next rank of fortune, so we'll do this. Yeah.
Listen.
I mean, this is difficult because it would honestly depend on the survey and what they were asking for. I think realistically, either of the first two answers is fine. Although the third would depend on circumstances.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Hello.
What's going on today? Survey says. Okay. Well, we maxed out Akihiko's skill. We could go check around town. Yeah, that was weird. I wasn't expecting to just straight pass out. Sure enough. Yeah, let's go.
Well, aren't you happy today? The pooch must have been worried because you were sick so long. I ain't trying to nag, but don't take your health for granted. That special power of yours has been a huge boost to our strength. And it's no secret that Aki and Kirijo have their hands full with their own problems.
That's true.
Oh, you're back. Jeez, you've been picking up some weird stuff. You hungry or something? Fine. I'll fix you up a good meal when you get back. Alright,
Thanks.
let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Okay.
Good morning.
I mean, we have, what is it? 3 shadows left going into the beginning of October. I suppose really we're still technically at the end of September, but that's neither here nor there. I think the odds are pretty good that before winter solstice we will be done. Or we'll be in deep. Always hard to tell.
That's why. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. There are also genetic factors. Gotta be getting close to rank 6. Oh, something before.
All right, everyone, settle down. So, there won't be any more classes this afternoon. But that doesn't mean you're free to goof around. It's time to work together and put away the Culture Festival displays and decorations.
I mean, the unused displays and decorations.
I'll assign you into 3 groups for the cleanup. The first group will go to the science lab. Your leader will be...
Hmm.
Okay, let's hurry up and get this over with. Roger that.
Got it.
I guess this was the photography club's display. Look, we got a pretty good picture of you. Whoa, the guy who took first looks pretty suntan.
That's Hayase. He's crazy fast. Of course, it's only a matter of time until I take him down.
You've already got him beat in the sweaty department. I swear I've never seen you without your gym clothes. Then again, maybe you're the smart one here. Just walking around is enough to work up a sweat these days.
Hey, you guys can jabber all you want, but at least keep things moving. At this rate, we'll be here all day.
Fair.
Sorry, Takeba. My bad.
Hey, what's got you all worked up?
Nothing. Jeez.
Yo, tools and stuff. Nail puller, tape, and what else was it?
If you require a drill, I have one installed.
No. No.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Wait, hang on. Where's the bubble wrap, Iori?
Bubble wrap? Oh, right. We gotta pack stuff up. Good call, man. You should go get it. You know where they keep that stuff, right?
Well, yeah, but you're the one who forgot to grab it.
Oh my god.
Are you sure you don't want to go? That place is like a paradise, you know? Some fine chicas there, it'd be just your type.
What? No way. You serious? Give me the details, man.
Ahem. I believe I asked you all to hurry it up so we could go home.
Oh, sorry, Yuka-san. Man, talk about an ace directive.
I heard that. Jeez, how stupid can you be?
Junpei? More like Stupay.
I'm getting deja vu.
Yeah, we've heard that one before.
Fine, I'll go to the supply room later.
Still, it's a real shame the Culture Festival fell through. There were so many cool events I was looking forward to, like the stand-up comedy duos. They said it was going to be open mic, so I was planning on trying it out.
With who?
Oh, really? With who?
You?
Wow.
Wait, me? You're gonna just push me on stage without even saying anything?
I'm just messing with you. It was actually Miyamoto.
Who, me? Hell no.
Just another joke. Chill out, guys. I'll do it with you then.
I feel like I should maintain the trend.
What? You too? This could have been our ticket to stardom.
I mean, it's not happening anyway.
Suck.
So it's kind of a moot point. Right. We should probably turn that in just to finish up with that particular. Oh, there's stairs on both sides.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, what's... That's fine, I just...
I don't think I ever told you about how things were before you joined.
This is true.
Seas originally started off with only 3 members.
I'm assuming you,
Back in
Aki...
middle school, I invited Akihiko to join, and Aragaki followed him soon after.
Yeah.
We had no idea what we were doing back then.
Mhm.
We were young, inexperienced, and we had almost no intel to work off of. We could barely even make it past the entrance to Tartarus back then. Actually exploring the tower like we're doing now was nothing more than a pipe dream. Even with all our shortcomings, we worked decently as a team.
Mhm.
As peers, it was easy for us to connect, and the work was hard but fulfilling. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not complaining about our current circumstances. We've discovered how to eliminate the Dark Hour, and we've since grown much stronger. However, after what happened in Yakushima, and with Aragaki rejoining, it's hard not to remember the old days. Maybe I'm so concerned about re-enrolling him in school because I'm still living in the past.
Mm. How do you mean?
Sometime after we started working as a team, we all came to an agreement. We promised we'd all graduate together. No one left behind. Akihiko was just as reckless back then, too. Aragaki was always the one reminding him that our lives were at stake. Although his wording certainly wasn't quite so thoughtful.
I've seen how those two get along, so...
It suits him, doesn't it? I guess you've gotten to know him well. Ever since he left the team, he's acted like he's wanted to punish himself. It's almost like he just wants to waste away. I'm hoping he'll remember his promise and take a step back and look at himself. That's why I gave you the paperwork to get him back in school. That was my last hope, but I suppose it didn't work out. I'll tell Akihiko myself. All right, I'll take this. I'll start on the process for extending his leave of absence. What's the matter? Oh, sure. What's wrong, though? Is it missing a page? I'll let you handle it then. Make sure to let Aragaki know as well.
Oh, that really did not consume time. I mean, I'm not gonna pressure him, or at least that's not my plan. But I'd like to at least know what's eating him up about this.
What? Huh? So, are you still carrying that thing around? Looks like you're not just playing errand boy this time. Sorry, but I'm not going back to school.
Right, I figured that.
It's you. I guess I'll say it. I ain't gonna live much longer.
Oh.
I'm getting by on meds right now, but that won't last forever. This is probably the part where I ask God for a miracle, but that's never worked for me. This is my body we're talking about. I know it better than anyone, and I know there's nothing I can do.
Here you go! 2 specials!
Eat up. The noodles are getting soggy. I know it seems like I wasted your time, but it's the good memories that stay with you and get people through their struggles.
That's true.
But it's also the mistakes you made that haunt you forever.
Best is...
I gotta use what time I have left to set things straight. I don't have the luxury of doing anything else.
So that's what it is.
Oh, damn. You really don't mince your words, do you? But you know, that ain't so bad. It's way more refreshing than having someone keep quiet because they're scared of hurting my feelings. That's gotta be why they depend on you so much. Aki and Kirijo are fighting with way more confidence than they had 2 years ago. Yeah, you're just something special. But look, if you got time to waste on me, then go spend it on someone else. Like Amada. He's still just a kid. He's way in over his head. I'm still gonna do whatever I can to help. But after that, I'm counting on you. I'll hold on to this, yeah. I should have been the one to hand it in. Sorry I put that on you. You can head on outside. I'm today.
Thanks.
Thanks. Money's on the counter.
Thanks. Come again.
Now into the evening.
Oh, welcome back.
We'll think about it. Though, I may have the opportunity to improve Karama's skills. Yeah. So, lucky charm. Well, thank you. And Friday brings us with it.
By the way,
Hmm.
what?
Alright, checking our social lives. So rank 6. So is it rank 5? Alright, so according to the messages, not quite yet. Okay, so we will grow closer with the people, so let's do that. Let's duplicate a crew first. I should be doing that more often. Take full advantage of it. Generate 2 or replace or generate 1. What do we have in terms of slash to all slash to all what else? Let's okay. So we could give that to Oni, but I use Oni a fair amount anyway. So I think the one that makes the most sense is to give this to Orpheus and replace Gareth 1. Alright. Back to Fuku. Sure.
Thank you. Sorry for taking so long. I wanted to buy something to use as a secret ingredient in my cooking.
I have questions.
But I couldn't really decide, and I wasn't sure how to use whatever I'd buy.
Maybe basics first.
Yes, you're right. I haven't even gotten the basics down yet. I'm getting way too ahead of myself. First thing I need to do is find something that I can actually make. I'm still having a lot of trouble getting things right, but I can't give up yet. Not after all your support. And it's not like I have any other redeeming qualities.
That's not true.
No, that's not true at all. I mean, everyone in our group works hard. And beyond that, I think you all have something that you're good at. Not me. I mean, I guess I'm sort of good with machines, but that's it. It's honestly not worth mentioning. Really.
It kind of
I
is.
just happen to like them. It's not exactly something worth boasting about. When I was little, I remember my dad's hobby was to work on complicated sound equipment.
That's cool. So it was like an audiophile.
He'd fix things like broken amplifiers or headphones that only played sound on one side.
Or is he just really into
I've
fixing
always
things?
loved watching him work on those things. That's probably why I was drawn to working with machines in the first place. But I don't think that would be very useful to repay everyone's kindness. Plus, if we do ever have any technical needs, like when we're fighting, then we've always got the Kirijo group's support. Not to mention that I'm kind of embarrassed about it all. I mean, it's not a very feminine hobby. Why? Huh, I don't know. Maybe because it was originally my dad's hobby? I sure seem to talk about my problems a lot, huh? I wonder why it's so easy talking to you. I feel like you stop me from being so negative all the time. Actually, I might owe a lot to you in that sense. Oh, it's getting late. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk so much.
Oh, that's fun.
Let's go home.
Welcome back.
Does seem to be the case. Alright. Probably. So you wanted to watch? Yeah. Alright. Let's have a look, shall we?
This character really drinks a lot of alcohol. When you grow up, are you going to drink alcohol too?
I mean, he seems fairly composed. But I would think after having two particularly long blackout experiences, you would probably want to avoid anything that distinctly, like, had the potential to result in just waking up with no recollection of what had happened.
But don't they say it's sometimes necessary to drink for work? And that sometimes it's hard to say no. Being an adult is all about taking the shots you're given. Oh, I just made a pun, didn't I? Alcohol has a very mature feeling about it, doesn't it? I don't think I'm a fan of all the rowdy parties, but having a nice glass does look kind of cool. Speaking of, remember that bar seat? Wow, it's late. Watching those bonus clips took longer than I thought. It's about time I head to bed. Good night.
Let's get on with today's lesson.
Says the world is that's technically true, yes. Relationship between okay.
Okay then.
It's not Tetracarn.
Correct.
Yeah. Let's keep moving this.
Thank you. So, there's actually something I want you to try. And this time, it isn't just for a taste test. I think you'll actually be able to eat it. Wait, maybe I said the same thing last time. Well, now I mean it.
I'm sure you meant it last time as well. I think this time around you just have more confidence, which is good. But, okay. Yeah.
Really? I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you. You know how I said I was having trouble with cooking? Well, I decided to try and find a recipe that even I couldn't mess up.
Onigiri is a good starting place.
And after a lot of consideration, making rice balls is something I could handle. But then I got really absorbed in how simple they are to make. It's still so hard to master. I made some rice balls today in home economics class too. I know it's a little silly to make something so basic in high school, but it was all I could manage.
I mean, everybody needs a starting point, and honestly,
But then, everyone in the class told me they were really good though.
they are.
Anyways,
That's the
I'm
impression I
really
got.
looking forward to have you try one. I wanted you to see how much progress I've made. Because I don't think I could have made it this far without you. Thanks. I know I've said this before, but when I'm with you and the rest of the team, I'm able to see things more positively. And I think the most important thing is the feeling of wanting to make others happy. That might be the reason why I made such good rice balls. Because I was thinking about who was going to eat them. I'm the one that should be thanking you. I just wanted to say thank you so much. Really. So it turns out there's actually a trick to making good rice balls. The first thing to note is while you're washing the rice,
Well, darn. I was looking forward to that. I mean, in terms of cooking,
Oh, you're back.
in terms of cooking, if you want to improve, one of the best strategies you can employ is to start by learning a recipe that has I mean, I don't want to phrase it. Start with something that is, as Fuka described, easy to learn but difficult to master. Something where you can just open really simple, get a sense for what you can get a sense for how seasoning affects it. But it has like a really low barrier to entry, right? Like rice balls are a good example because while they have a lot of variety, the basics remain the same and are fairly low impact. But the same could also be said of like pasta, right? Because you could just grab like a box of store shelf pasta that doesn't have like any kind of egg or refrigeration requirements. You could just make that right off the instructions on the box, right? Learning how often to stir, how much salt you should add to the water, that sort of thing. What kind of things you can do with like garnish and sauce afterwards to really bring out the best of the flavor there. And then like try different sauces and different garnishes. See like what kind of flavor profiles you can create. And then if you're feeling like if you're feeling a little more adventurous, try like fresh pasta that has to be refrigerated and see how that affects the final product. And from there, consider like actually hand making the pasta, like flour, eggs, oil. And they have like a pasta press, but you could use like a rolling pin or a knife if you really don't want to invest in specialized equipment. Or even just a sandwich, right? Like what kind of um, fillings go well together? Um, what kind of breads complement what kinds of fillings? That sort of thing.
Hmm.
You two can follow along on page 39 of this month's issue. Today we're making spicy pepper pasta. It's a great dish to keep your energy up in the summer heat. The key ingredient is the manganji pepper. Remember to remove the seeds first. After that, we'll prepare some kombu soup stock. You'll need a pasta cooker about this size and...
A pasta cooker. Do we even have one of those here?
Couldn't you just use...
It's still pretty hot. It requires excess energy to maintain an appropriate external temperature.
Shit.
We have returned. We're home, Koro-chan. Oh, shh. We should be quiet. It looks like Aragaki-senpai's asleep. He says Aragaki-san is not asleep.
Wow.
Huh? Senpai's magazine. It's the monthly guide to the family cooking show. Does Aragaki-senpai enjoy cooking shows? I didn't even know this month's issue was out. Aragaki-san frequently watches programs like... it's okay, I guess. Come on, let's go.
Yep, you were ratted out by the dog.
Damn. Forgot you can understand dogs. Aw, don't sweat it. It ain't your fault. Don't worry, Koro-chan. Next time I'll make you something too.
I guess for him, the appearance is much more important than it... Well, than it should be, but... Okay. So I think Junpei wanted to work on the garden.
Hey!
Yeah. Let's get him as a
All right.
boat.
My thumb's getting a little greener every day, don't you think? For an amateur vegetable patch, it's really coming along. All that back-breaking work was worth it. Listen, you hear that? That's the sound of our precious little veggies cheering us on.
I really don't want to be mean, but sometimes, just sometimes, I wonder if he's just got a really hyperactive imagination, or if he does actually have some kind of, like, hallucinations. Option 3 this certainly reflects what I'm thinking. But option 1 is not unnecessarily.
Right? They're kind of growing on me. be my calling. Maybe I should just ride this wave and start a farm or something. It's really cool how well they respond if you take care of them right. It's one of those times where you see the fruits of your labor after lots of slow, steady work.
That's actually far more common than you'd think.
I never followed through on anything, and even I pulled it off. That counts for something, right?
Yes. Yes, it does.
I thought I was the one raising them. Maybe they were raising me all along. Wait, did real, actual wisdom just come out of me? Holy crap! I grew up more than I thought. We owe a lot to our nutritious little veggie babies. Who am I kidding? Our veggie mentors. Well, whatever we do in life, we can't expect to hit a home run on the first swing. We gotta stay on our toes and wait for the perfect chance to strike. And when that time comes, you knock it out of the park. That's how the real sluggers do it. A valuable lesson straight from our vegetable teachers. Don't go forgetting it, you hear?
Alright. Okay, so he's going to get a lot of critical potential.
Maybe I'm finally figuring this whole life thing out, huh? You know, I think I'll write a book. I could call it something like Life's a Vegetable Garden, the Junpei Iori story.
Shouldn't you have a...
Selling books and vegetables? Ooh, we're gonna be rolling in dough. Man, am I a genius or what? Alright, enough dreaming. Let's get a little bit more work done. Woo! We did a heck of a job. See you later, my darling veggies. I'll be back again when I'm free. Well, let's call it a night. Hit me up again when you have some time.
That interaction has eased my concerns more than I thought it would. I think though, if I recall, that one, right, we haven't actually talked to him yet.
It's amazing! I'm going to do it. Good, good. Not bad, kid.
Sure.
Thanks, kid. Bye-bye.
Alright, let's see what's up with this guy.
I can't say.
I'm assuming you're not being literal.
Oh, that's right.
Hmm. You've misplaced the fountain. It is not your fountain. I wasn't there when I left. At least I don't think I was there when I left. What's up, Karma? I'm going to assume that you've been holding it for safekeeping, as that is very much like you. Though how it ended up there is beyond me. But you really can't take a foot and a half drop, can you? Probably. Sure.
I remember you. You're the one who was playing with that elementary school girl. She was very bright. Her face shone with the warm light of new life. And then there's me, cooped up in the hospital, struggling to breathe. I'm just a faint glimmer compared to her dazzling light. Misery is a harsh mistress. I feel as though I'm lying in an unyielding darkness. Do you understand how I feel? Liar. And if you're not lying, then you're just ignorant. Any day now, I'm going to die. I have an incurable hereditary disease. Unless you're in my situation, you can't understand how I feel. But I prefer it that way. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. There are no platitudes to stave off death. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to depress you or anything. It's been quite a while since I spoke to someone my own age.
I can imagine.
It's only natural for those dwelling in the depths of darkness to yearn for the light. I'm glad we could meet, though. If there is a God, I'll be able to thank him soon enough.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou choosest to create a persona of the Sun Archon.
However, I doubt we will ever meet again. This was just a chance encounter, nothing more. Goodbye.
Oh, welcome back.
So I think it is a little early, but what I'm gonna do is save here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, 128. And I will go ahead. Like I said, I'll explore off stream to find the missing persons and cat. And to also go through the Monad passage and grind for the Arcana burst. And then I will resume before leaving Tartarus. So, thank you all so much again for watching, and have yourself a wonderful weekend. Though I'm hoping to see you before it's over. Take care.